Hello, my name is Lizzie. I'm encouraging you to take some time for your self-care. And a very practical way of doing that is origami. It's a wonderful way of focusing your mind, making something beautiful, and just feeling a feeling of delight, I would say. Just thinking of many people at the moment going back to school, and it's that feeling of starting a new school year. I think autumn always brings on those new feelings. So I thought this would be perfect to make a beautiful little cute pencil and feel really neat and tidy. From what I can tell, this seems to be a traditional fold. It's rather delightful. You could make yourself a little collection of them, and even if you make one of those penny pouches that we've made before, it looks like a little pencil case, so you could make a collection, or maybe you could stick it on a card. All right, thinking of you or happy birthday. So there's many possibilities. It's delightful to do. So grab yourself some paper. Any paper will do. If you do have origami paper with some white on one side, that would be ideal, or wrapping paper can work. But if you don't worry, you can just colour in one side with pen or pencil. So I'm going to make a big one actually. I'm going to make a nice big pencil for this. So I'm going to take a corner, but definitely you can use origami size paper. I just thought I'd show it to you a little bit bigger than usual. So as usual, to make a square, just take one corner, line it up, make that lovely sharp right angle triangle, and then we're going to remove that strip there. So turning it over, lifting it back, and a good squash. There we go. And then opening it up, little tiny nip there. Keep your finger nice and close to the edge. Hopefully you can then rip it off. That's it. So to make this lovely pencil, I'm going to take our piece of paper, whatever size it is, fold it in half first of all to make a rectangle. There we go. Then good strong fold, let out that stress, relax. Turn it over. And a little nick there. All I'm doing is dividing that piece of paper in half. There we go. So we're just going to use one half, and we're going to fold it in half again. So the piece of paper that we use is a quarter of an origami sheet, whatever square you have. There we go. Again, you can just do a little nick and then tear it off like so. Now, if you have origami paper, one side would be coloured and one would be white. What you can do though is simply colour in one side if you haven't got origami paper. So you could do that all the way over. And this is true Blue Peter style. Here's one I've done earlier. Right, so take a strip of paper, turn it round, and take the bottom and just bring it up. It's a bit of a guesstimate. Quite like these folds, which just involves a bit of guesstimate. There we go. And now do the same at the other end. There we go. So similar size. Again, just take your time, enjoy. This is giving yourself some lovely time, something to do that's meaningful. In some ways it has no meaning, but it's just pure delight. Okay, so it should be looking like this. Our next move is to do a little halfway line along that bottom. So I'm going to take this, fold it over, and it's really just so I can see a nice little halfway line. Can you see that line? And now I'm going to take this one edge, this bottom edge, and line it up along that middle line like so. And then the same on the other side as well. So they come together, and you'll see a little bit of the white coming through, like so. Great. Now again, it's almost the same move. This bottom edge, again folding along that middle line, like so. I think you can see a little pencil end is beginning to appear. And then the same with this edge along that middle line. Like so. Again, just take your time, enjoy how it all starts to come together. There we go. So we can imagine it's becoming a pencil. Our next step is to take this top and bring it down. Again, it's a bit of an estimate actually, bit of a guesstimate, something like that. So you've got that bit of the pencil sticking out and a squash at the top here. That's it. Now all we're going to do now is take this fold and just reverse it so it goes the other way around. There we go, like that. Don't know how in the middle mine looks. You can always neaten things up. Right, so it's looking like this. And our aim now is to take this outside line and overlap it a bit over the middle line because they're going to tuck into each other. So taking this edge and folding it over, a bit over that middle line. Hopefully it's not, you can see it needs to be, so it's not pressing too much on there. You can always change the height actually if you're finding it needs to give a little bit more space. You can always adjust this a little bit. I think I might do. So again, taking this edge towards the middle but a little bit over the edge. Yeah, and if it's pushing too much on there, you can adjust the height. It's for you to learn as well. I think that's what makes it fun, that sense of achievement. So I brought one side in, and now I'm going to do the same with the other so that they overlap. So it's almost a little bit of a hug there. There we go. And now all we need to do, this is always a bit of a moment of concentration, is we can tuck one into the other. So you've got these sort of little pockets, so tucking one into the other, it'll be a little bit of a snug fit, but that's part of the point. And all the way up here. Let me see if I can do that. Definitely takes concentration, but it is possible. Oh. Actually, possibly the top I find the easiest, and then towards the pencil. There we go. So it's all tucked one into the other. And now if you turn to the other side, yay, I've got my pencil. I hope it's worked for you. As mentioned, you could maybe even make a pencil case. So out of the same size piece of paper, you could make maybe a pattern one or maybe a plain one to keep your little collection of pencils in. I've made a Benny pouch before and I'll include a link at the bottom of the text, so if you wanted to do this. But as I said, it's just a lovely thing to do. Maybe write a little message for yourself on a card. I hope you've enjoyed that. Happy folding.